Time breaking news in the Boston Marathon bombings investigation. The body of terrorism suspect Tamerlan Tsarnaev has been buried after a week-long fight over exactly where his final resting place would be. Police say Tsarnaev's body was buried in an undisclosed location outside the city of Worcester and perhaps outside of Massachusetts. Let's get right to Eyewitness News reporter Steve Nielsen with the breaking details.
There's very limited information right now on the burial of Tamerlan Tsarnaev, but we do know he is not in the city of Worcester. All that remains clear is that he was entombed somewhere outside of city limits. In fact, authorities won't even say if he's in Massachusetts. The body had been at a funeral home for a week as they struggled to find someone to accept Tamerlan's body. The funeral director followed leads in multiple states, and we will, of course, continue to push for details on that breaking story. But we're also tracking new details out of the nation's capital as a House committee is holding a hearing on the Boston bomb. You can see these are live pictures of that hearing. Looks like they're going to get started again in a bit, but they had already gone for a good portion this morning, focusing a lot on the exchange of information. Now, Boston Police Commissioner Ed Davis has been answering questions and told committee members he would have liked to have known that Russian authorities had warned the FBI that Tamerlan Tsarnaev was a radical extremist. Davis says there were officers in his department working with the U.S. terrorism task force, but the information wasn't exchanged. Now, let's listen into a part of that hearing earlier, questioning if the bombings could have been prevented.
Would you have done, your police force and you, would you have done anything differently?
That's very hard to say. We would certainly look at the information. We would certainly talk to the individual. From the information I've received, the FBI did that and they closed the case out. I can't say that I would have come to a different conclusion based upon the information that was known at that particular time.
But if you knew of a Russian intelligence warning that this man was an extremist that may travel overseas, and the fact that he did travel overseas and came back into the United States, would that may not have caused you to give this individual a second look?
Absolutely.
Now, former Senator Joseph Lieberman is also at that committee testifying. He specified more threat information should be shared with state and local police. This committee hearing has been going on today, and it will get started again soon. And we'll, of course, keep you posted on all of those latest developments. Steve Nielsen, Eyewitness News.